Bowlers, if you would, please start holding up on your practice. On your practice, get your machines recycled back to the first ball. We'll try to take the entire scorecard with you when you go to the next pair. We'll collect them. Try to get updates to give you some idea of how you're standing in the two combined squads. And then as you finish, somebody please get that to us in the tournament office so we can finish it up and see where everybody stands after all three games. Alrighty, good luck.
All right, everyone. Scott Gilmore here. Indiana Masters 1 p.m. squad. Special guest right now this afternoon, Mr. Zach Tackett. And Zach, you and I had quite the squad. And at the 9:30, we bowled.
Yeah,
we bowled, but I don't know what else you would call it, right?
Well, we tried to bowl.
Well, and I tell you, they've always played tricky, but have you seen them play this strange?
Well, the last time I bowled the Indiana Masters was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and they were tricky then, but I don't remember, like, how tricky, because, I mean, I've slept since then.
You bowled a lot of tournaments since then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bowled the doubles last night, and there was a lot more friction to the right. But obviously that's because of, like, house shot and stuff like that. And you're going to get the overlay of this pattern from the pattern last night. So they're going to be a little tighter this morning. So they're just going to get a little flatter as the day goes on.
Yeah, that's, I was down, and I'm never going to be one that gets into the lefty-righty controversy, right? I mean, it's a waste of time. And based on what I've seen from the left side, you get enough right-handers on a pair. If they're playing right, you can just generate a little bit more area. That's just natural.
Yeah, you guys had a hard time out there today.
Yeah, they hooked immediately, or you couldn't get it to read. And I, talking with Matt Sanders, and he had a game plan coming into this, and I just looked down at his scores, and it's not very good.
Yeah. We crossed together, and he shot 190 the first game, and I shot 160 the first game, but we were right here on 7 and 8, and that we were seeing the lanes differently. Lane 7 was tighter for him, and 7 would not stop hooking for me, and 8 wouldn't stop hooking for him, and it was tighter for me. So obviously they were, like, the topography was way different for both of us.
Yeah, and we all, if you bowl in this center long enough, by the way, we're at Championship Lanes here in Anderson, Indiana. You bowl here long enough, and you get an idea of each end of the house is totally different. Much more hook on the high end, tighter down here on the low end, and the middle is just kind of plays in between that, right?
Yeah.
And it's tricky. I mean, you gotta know what to do quickly, because in this type of not only format but in any game, it gets away from you quickly.
Yeah.
So
you can easily turn a 210 into a 150 real quick.
Yeah, and you could be going right along, like, let's say you got a 4-bagger and you're thinking, all right, this is 230, I'm going to shoot 230 plus. All of a sudden,
you get 4-3.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're trying to mark in the 10th for a 180 game or 170.
Yeah,
right?
And then you wash out or 210 combination, and then you're like, well, better want that.
Talk about, big week coming up,
Yeah.
U.S. Open at Woodland this week, and, hey, you've bowled well enough that, you don't have to enter the PTQ. I mean, that's, that gives you a little bit of, not necessarily confidence, but it's like, hey, I don't have to have that rough 8 games and then go into the main, right?
Yeah, it really, last year when we bowled the Masters and the U.S. Open, like, back-to-back, it really took a toll on my hand, because when we got, I think it was in the top 24, it was like it was the first round of match play. My finger split open on me. So I had to bowl all the rest of those 16, like 20 games of my finger split open.
Mm. Every time you're like trying to yam on it, it's just like,
yeah. If if I jammed on it the wrong way, it hurt very badly because I was throwing urethane, so I had to hit up on it, and I had to throw it straight at the gutter. So,
well, and that's like here you throw it to the gutter out here right now, and you know the body kind of tightens up because you don't know what you're going to get.
yeah, yep,
and that's a bad feeling as a bowler, is it not?
yeah. Especially when you're bowling on something like a little flatter, and I mean, the gutter does hook here, but when you're bowling on like a 1.5 to 1 pattern, and like the gutter hooks,
right?
But is it going to hook in the correct spot?
Yeah. Well, and you could have a great ball reaction and still get 9 all the time, right? It's it's not like you're guaranteed to get a strike.
Yeah.
I mean, the 8 and 9 pin are prevalent in this house, right? But how many times do you go up there, you throw a great shot, and you leave like a solid 10 or maybe a stone 9, and then the guy next to you throws one and he trips a 4-pin late or whatever through the face? It's like there's nothing more frustrating than that. You see a lot of that right out here today, right?
Yeah.
That's not a knock against the tournament. When they're this hard, luck is going to play a little factor in here, right?
Yeah. You gotta be grateful for your breaks.
You better throw the next one really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at the scoring here. Cameron Bollinger from Terre Haute. I mean, he leads the squad with 676. Jimmy Cook shoots 655. And then Joey Kraswonos, Joey K, he shoots 625. Devin George, the only lefty that I've seen here in the top 25 or so, he shoots 615.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you get to 16th and you're -5.
Yeah.
I mean, 80 pin difference from first to 16th. You know, and everybody's always looking at, everybody's going to be wanting to know what's the cut number. But you get to 48th, which those guys go back tomorrow, and you're dropping all the way down to -45.
Yeah, it's at this point it's really hard to know what the number is actually going to be.
Yeah, yeah. What's your game plan for this week here at the U.S. Open?
We're going to see what the patterns are like, and then I'll know just a little bit more. But I mean, obviously, just making good shots and picking up my spares. And
practice sessions Monday, is that right?
Yes. So I mean, I know we're going to have a pattern similar to this because our day 2 pattern last year was flatter, but luckily my squad threw a lot of urethane last year, so we had a lot of hold in the middle part of the lane. So luckily, if I pulled one, it just held there, and I was lucky enough to go 100 over that day. So,
right. Well, looking around here at scores so far as bowlers are getting ready to wrap up game number 1, Ben Caldwell 228. That's a great start.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really hoping for 175 to 180, and I couldn't even get to that.
Yeah.
How was Natalie bowling? She's on the left side.
Looks like she can strike out for 197.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And she just missed the head pin left. As you know, though, it's hard to throw a 4-bagger or a 3-bagger, right? I mean, it's just hard.
Yeah.
Now, what's the over/under on number of balls you drill this week?
Well, we can only use 10. So
only use 10? How many are you taking 10 in with you?
I'll take all of them in with me. I think I have. How many do I have?
You got too many if you're taking that long to think.
Yeah. I probably have close to 20 with me.
All right.
But, I mean, if I don't like the ones I have with me after the practice session, I'll probably drill maybe 3, 4.
Yeah.
Especially since we're bowling on 3 different patterns. and we can only get 10 balls.
Yeah.
If nothing in my bag looks good, I'm gonna want something else.
Yeah. Lunch is here. I've waited a long time for this, Zach.
I'm hearing that.
Yeah. Well, when you're stuck here all day,
yeah,
you just gotta go with the flow here.
I was gonna drive down to Panda.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's the go-to? Is it orange chicken?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Orange chicken and grilled teriyaki.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like it. I every once in a while I'll get that sweet fire. Is it sweet fire chicken? You know, it's a little spicy. It's got pineapple in it. You know.
I'm not a spicy.
Not a spicy guy.
No.
No.
So like when I get like wings and stuff like that, I normally just go to the regular barbecue.
Yeah. We're gonna tell. Hey Chad, grab some ketchup when you go down there. Oh. Anyway. It's pretty exciting to have the U.S. Open in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, it's close to home. If I need a different ball, I can just drive home and get it.
Yeah, Now, are you living in Bluffton now, or are you still?
Yeah, so right now I'm living with EJ just until things get situated. And
does he cook for you?
No.
No, not a cook.
Well. When it's warmer out, we'll grill out.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, he's like I see some of the videos, some of the posts where he's doing some wood, some repairs around the house or projects or whatever. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Usually a guy that's good with wood can, cook on a grill, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm really good at breakfast foods.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite. Nothing beats a good breakfast in the morning.
Oh no, I love cooking breakfast foods.
What is it? What's if you're like my last breakfast of my life? What is it going to be? Is that
That's a good question.
Is that tough?
Yeah. Because I love French toast.
Ooh, yes.
But I also love scrambled eggs.
Okay. All right. I would definitely have French toast in mind, but it's got to be Texas toast. I like the real thick stuff, That's good. I would probably be a bacon and eggs kind of guy too. There's really not much in the breakfast line that I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all good for you either, but
does it matter though?
No, not really. Oh, look at that. All right. By the way, you're watching here on Savage Bowling TV, the Indiana Masters, here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana, and we're in the 1 o'clock squad number 2. We're going to have a decent idea of what the cut score will be after this squad. Inside the booth, joining me, special guest Zach Tackett, and feel free to ask any question here. Zach's going to answer it. Hopefully, let's not get too personal, but anyway. What frame are they in? They just finished. Some are just finishing their first game. Yeah. So, U.S. Open this weekend in Indianapolis at Woodland Bowl, and Zach's all set to go. And I'm telling you, U.S. Open I used to love. It was a bowl. It was in Indianapolis. Probably it's been at least, I'm going to say, 10 to 12 years ago, maybe 08, somewhere in that time frame. I think Bill O'Neill won it.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing is, your brother, EJ was. I don't think we're bowling a whole lot then at that time. EJ was just kind of getting his feet wet with those type of events, and
if I remember this right, he bowled his first U.S. Open in like 2010 or 2011.
That would have been 2010, Indianapolis. Or was it before then? I know everybody was asking who's this little tiny kid that could just rev the crap out of the ball, and
yeah. I think it might have been 2010, but I'm pretty sure in 2011 he out in New Jersey was when he made the top 24, if I remember right. Which was when he was 18.
But let's talk a little bit. You're continuing to bowl well.
Yep.
Every event. You're on that cusp. I've told you that several times.
Yeah.
And it's a process, is it not?
Yeah, it's been a very long process. Like, EJ, so bowling out on tour, you've got to pick up the moves so fast, and it's just like bowling this. Like, the moves just don't. Like, the rev rate is so much higher. Like, you're not gonna move as fast as you are on tour, because on tour you use like Brunswick oil, like, how do I want to say this? It moves around a lot, and it burns up in the fronts and moves down lane, because like Brunswick lane machines are they don't have reverse oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all forward oil, and they use jets. So all that forward oil gets carried down lane.
Right. And as a player, it's not only understanding, where to play, but it's those type of things to know what the machine, how it lays the pattern down, right?
Yeah.
What's the characteristics of the oil? And then not only that, but then you're learning, in which you've been with Motive now for quite a while, but it's learning layouts and what your ball is doing. And then when it doesn't do what you think it should do, what ball do you go to, right? And it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. But that's a learning part of the game, right?
Yeah. Because, like, just learning those little things, which are, like, very... So EJ picked it up very fast. It's taken me a couple years to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just now, like, learning. Like, you don't move 2-3 boards. You move 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see your ball not hooking down lane, you move left.
Right.
Like, you don't.
That's like, you would think you'd go right?
Well, sometimes in, like, amateur stuff like this, I mean, there's a lot of good amateur bowlers. Like, there's a ton of good amateur bowlers that don't get their card, and I have no clue why. Because it astounds me how many amateur bowlers that don't get their card because they are just that good.
Right, yeah.
So, like, bowling stuff like this, and, like, a lot of big, like, tournaments like the Bradley and all the inside bowling tournaments, stuff like that, it's like basically bowling a tour stop, because all those amateur bowlers are basically professional bowlers.
Well, you've always had your what we called professional amateurs, that they might not be a card holder, but they bowl everything.
Yeah.
Right. But like your point, though, you guys bowl in the same type of patterns predominantly throughout the year, right? You might bowl in a different center. Obviously, the topography and the lane surface is different.
Yep.
But you're bowling on the Dragon, or you're bowling on, the Scorpion or whatever. You guys, that are bowling on a regular basis, you know how to play the lane, the pattern, and how to break it down. But you get out here where you have a lot more amateurs. You are in a, everybody plays it differently. It doesn't break down the same way, right?
Yeah.
And once you learn how that breakdown process is and where you go and what ball you make a change to, then that learning curve becomes shorter, right?
Yep.
And now you're starting to see some success from that.
Yep.
And let's face it, and I don't mean to, you've always been I always felt like in a tough situation because you've always lived under your brother's shadow, right? And
Yeah.
you're making a name for yourself and doing, I feel like, a great job doing it. But it's always hard,
Yeah.
right? When
it was hard. I'll just be honest. It was hard for me mentally when I first started.
right,
Like it was hard. Like it's nothing against EJ. Like I love my brother.
Right.
And that's his success. Like I can't do anything about it.
right,
Like,
right,
And I'm proud of him.
right.
Like I love him. Like love
Right.
him to death.
Right. But now what I'm saying is you're able to, as we see you grow, right, within the sport, you've come around, you've been on the cusp several times of just breaking through to that TV show, competing in match play, finishing in those high finishes. And now all of a sudden it's Zach Tackett, right? People know when you come in, you are, a threat to make a show whenever, but you also know how hard it is, right?
It's very hard to make a show.
Yeah, it is so hard.
Yeah.
And let's look at your brother though. He's able to make some shows, but boy, he's finding out it's hard to win sometimes. And he's having expectations he's trying to live up to as well because he feels like he needs to win titles and I feel like, I'd love to see both of you two make a show.
Yeah.
And because I think a lot of the bowling world needs to, see you as a player and a personality and I feel like you're really close and it's just sometimes it's hard to be patient in this sport, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been patient for a couple years, and I mean last year at the Masters and the U.S. Open I thought I could have given a run for both of those shows, but I mean I chopped a couple spares at the Masters that cost me winning some matches, and the U.S. Open was it was tough, but I mean my finger
Yeah.
kind of cost me that one.
Yeah, and there's nothing more frustrating when you feel like you're really sharp and something like that just. And let's face it, people, finger. I'm telling you what, when your finger rips,
And you have to bowl 16 games.
it
with
burns every time you just put your finger in the grip, and it just.
Yeah.
And of course, and then you put new skin on it, and that hurts like heck, right?
Yeah. After every shot, I had a blood towel. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
So after every shot, I just wipe the blood off my finger.
Did you ever think about super gluing it?
Yeah, I put super glue on it, and it
I know that's like the duct tape, the old duct tape of the NASCAR world.
Yeah.
They, just super glue it and see what happens. Right?
I put super glue on it, and a couple shots later, it was split back open.
I know. And there's nothing you can do. I always look. I get a spot that until it calluses up, it'll start to split, and I'm just because when you put rosin on your hand, if you do that, I don't know if you're a rosin guy,
Yeah.
but that dries your hand out even more, right?
Yeah, I use it on my thumb.
Yeah. So it's just like that makes it worse. But anyway, we had a comment here that somebody wanted to say something to you. Hey Zach, Mr. Clemens on tilt yet? Do you know who that is?
Dave Clemens bowls on my Monday night league. He's on my team. So
Is he bowling out here somewhere?
yeah,
Okay.
he's somewhere.
We'll see if we can't get scores from Mr. Clemens here at some point. Yeah, you and I both are going to bowl in the next squad at 4:30, and I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest with you.
I went out to my car and got 5 different bowling balls. So
you got a game plan then?
no, I don't.
Oh my goodness! And here's the thing that you do in this: you don't want to mess up game one, right?
No.
My goal was always like just shoot 190 plus, and then let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But then again, you get 10 minutes of practice, so you also think I need to score well here because I should have an idea what the pair's doing, but
Yeah.
it's just so. And scoring has been all over the place.
It has. They're either shooting 150, 160, 190, 200, or 230, 240, and there's really no in between on that. Like it's like 240 one game, 170 the next game, and then.
Yeah, I won't give names here, but I'll try to look up here. I should give you mine. It's rather embarrassing.
Don't give them mine.
Well, I was near the very bottom. But let's here's a 3-game set. 132, 230, 165.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, how can that be? I can see it. I can see it. You get a couple of good breaks in that 230 game, and the pair's not that bad.
They beat me by a pin.
Yeah. Think about that. I mean, that's just – you and Matt had kind of the same series, just in the opposite direction. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, your games are almost – I mean, you look, and they're just in different order.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he started big, finished bad. You started bad, finished,
Yeah.
decent. I mean, but it's just – that's – here's another one. 225, 146, 167.
Yep.
It's just so easy to do. 158, 172, 244. It's not uncommon to see that, right?
I would have rather had Matt's set, though.
Better bracket numbers? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I got in brackets, and I was done immediately.
I made it through 12 with that with my 160 game.
Imagine Cameron Bollinger didn't get in anything, and he goes 243, 244, 189. And even 189 to 190 was a good number.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like – that's winning a lot of money.
Yeah. He would have made it through all of them.
Yeah. And you're thinking to yourself, you can only get in so many in each amount, each number.
Yeah, they max at 50 in the $5 and 25 in the $2.
Yeah. But still, if you put in $300 and you shoot those numbers, you're going to get 3.5 to 4 times your money back probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's see where we at. Halfway, we're about a third of the way through game number 2. We don't have scores yet. We'll try to get those to you as soon as we get them. You can go on the team app. If you go on the store, app store, you can download Team app, and you can become a subscriber to the Indiana State USBC, and you'll see all of your scores in there for the squads as they get posted by the staff here, by Jeff Circle and his staff.
And unfortunately, nothing's posted yet for anything.
Yeah,
So,
they got a lot going on.
yeah. Yep, they've had some technical issues as well.
Yeah,
Like that.
and I mean, you got, I think there's 110 bowlers in a squad somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And you got to figure, you get walk-ins, guys are on the waiting list, and there's a lot of shuffling around. It's be patient when it comes to the scoring. It's a lot of work being a tournament director. There's
sure
no
is.
doubt about that. And the guys didn't get out of here until after 11:30 last night,
Oh, I left here at midnight.
and they were still finalizing. Did you make the top 8 in the singles?
Yeah, so what we did, I qualified 4th, and they asked us if we wanted to just split it all, since it was so late. And all of us, we all split it. So that was, we all got $142 a piece.
Well, that wasn't getting done until like 1:45.
No, it wasn't.
I was long gone by then.
Yeah.
I got done with my final shot of Baker's, and my stuff went in the bag, went in the paddock, and I was in the car within about 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm glad we did that because I was tired.
I apologize for eating in front of you, but I've been waiting on this for a while, and
Oh, you're good.
You know, it's a long day here. I eat 3 meals here on this day.
Yeah,
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I like their breakfast here.
Yeah, it's good. Got to go with the. I go the breakfast bowl.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, all of Dave's centers has really good food.
I always think, isn't that a big deal? I think, I mean, why would you not? There's a lot of money to be made when you think everybody in here right now sitting around, and
Yeah.
most guys that come here, they bowl more than one squad,
Yeah.
unless they're lucky like Cameron here, who bowls one, and he's, see ya.
Well, I was trying to do the one and done, but that didn't work out.
That's my intentions every year.
Yeah.
It's only happened like a couple of times in my entire tenure here bowling.
I can do it at the Scratch Classic, but I can't do it here.
Yeah, we might not know where the scoring's at. Hopefully we know, at some point.
Yeah, they don't have all the scores turned in yet, so they haven't updated anything. They just did update the team app with the Squad A scores. So those of you in the chat, the Squad A scores are on the team app.
They're grabbing the sheets right now.
So Todd, we cannot widen the view on 9 and 10. What you see is what you get, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 6 lanes. I was hoping to avoid all the live stream pairs. Unfortunately, I didn't.
No, I started on 7 and 8, and that pair was awful.
And you know what? I've never done great qualifying here. I mean, I would be one to shoot. One year I shot like 630 something, and I automatically made it to the top 32. But in the early days, you didn't have the second round where you bowl 2 games and then they seed half the field and then they seed the other half.
Yeah.
If you made the top 32, that was all, and then the rest cashed. But I've never come in here and had what I say is the no-brainer squad, where you just come in and you bowl great, and you guaranteed yourself a spot in the top 16, and you wait till tomorrow afternoon to bowl, right?
Yeah.
But I will say this. I never been one to like qualifying. I hate posting a number. I would rather pay my entry fee and bowl 1 match. And if I win, I advance. If I don't, I'm done. I just prefer the match play part of it, bowling head-to-head. I'm only up against one person rather than the entire field.
Yeah.
It's just me. I don't know what you like. Just telling you what I like.
Well.
Are you a qualifier?
Yes and no. I mean, you can make more money in qualifying.
Well, I get that.
If you bowl good.
You're young, though. And good. I mean, there's a difference. All right, squad number 2, the 1 p.m. squad here at the Indiana Masters from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. Scott Gilmore, Zach Tackett, Chad Lester in the broadcast booth. We're perched here behind lanes 7 and 8. And scoring is up on the team app for the first squad. And we're waiting on a printout for squad number 2. But we can probably, I do see some strings. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Front 5 here on 9 and 10.
Yeah, there's someone on a
3-bagger here.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like to start out with the front 5.
I think I did. Oh no, I didn't have the front 5 last night. But I did shoot 260 the second game.
That's humongous.
Yeah, I felt like I shot 320.
Well, based on this, the scoring average here, that is like 320 in normal bowling.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked at the double scores after game one and I saw a team shot 512, I'm like, are they bowling on the same pattern?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't see that out there anywhere. I knew 1,200, after 3 games would be a good number.
Yeah.
And it pretty much was.
Me and Kevin were +5.
That's big. Kevin, he played Walters. He threw urethane, didn't he? Pretty much last night? Or I know he was at one point.
Yeah, he tried it, and it started like it started picking up like super fast because he was throwing that UC3.
That ball hooks a lot.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, yeah, that's.
Is that really that's not really urethane, is it?
It's
got a lot of resin in it, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, yeah, that's not good. Because he threw one, and it picked up at like 20 feet. And it went through the face. And I was like, yeah, you need to stop throwing that ball. So we went through a bunch of balls, and the last game of Baker's, there was finally enough friction for him to throw a hypercell fused. And we had like the front 5 or 6. And shot 220. So that got us in a cash spot.
Yeah, I could have shot 220 game one. I ended up shooting 207, I think it was. I get to the second game, and I was throwing the ball pretty well. And I could have shot 257 if I strike out. And I just barely miss one in, and it goes through the face, and I was like lucky to leave just the 4-7. I'm like, all right, make this, and,
Yeah.
and shoot 230 something, and sure enough, I chopped the 4 right off the 7.
Yeah, I think you were a couple pairs down for me last night, and I was watching you.
Yeah, and then I just didn't make. I should have moved way in on the third game, and I didn't, and I just kind of struggled. Shot 160. Started out with the first 2, so you think, oh, maybe overconfidence set in, and then it was like open. I left the 2, 4, 7, 8 3 times, and I never came close to making it.
Ah.
Well, even like right now, you probably don't really want to shoot at the 3, 6, 9, 10, do you?
No, I left it in my first frame and chopped it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to. What do you do? Do you hook at it? Do you throw straight at the 3 pin?
I throw straight at it 100% of the time.
Would you take the 2-9 off?
Well,
or the 3-9 straight back?
Well, I didn't like chop it necessarily. I got the 3, 6, 10.
Okay. Yeah, if you're light with throwing it hard and straight, you better be square on the 3 pin, right?
I mean, that's how I go for it. I throw it straight at the 3 pin, but then somehow I get the 3, 9, 10 out of it all the time.
Yeah, that's what they say on tour. That's like the hardest spare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hardest spare to shoot at.
The hardest makeable spare.
Yeah. Well, we thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV. Scott Gilmore, Zach Tackett, Chad Lester here with you as we're not even halfway through the day. We got a 4:30 squad and a 8:30. It's gonna be a late night.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have to bowl that one.
Yeah. What are your plans? I mean, are you bowl? You don't have? Did you get out of the pro-am on Sunday?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, that's like hitting. It's like bonus money, isn't it?
Well, I don't get $100, so I don't get paid for it. So if you don't bowl the pro-am, you don't get paid for it.
Well, but I'm sure it's a lot of fun to bowl with the kids and how they look up to you as bowlers and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth bowling the pro-am sometimes just for fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's all the pro-am is, like just to have fun with people.
Yeah, and you probably, I mean, you're trying hard, but you're probably, you're trying to make the ball do funny things or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's what the kids want to see.
Yeah.
Have you tried throwing it two-handed yet?
No.
I tried it once. It was hilarious.
I mean, screwing around, I'll do it, but I'm no good at it.
The first time I did it went in the gutter at like 20 feet, because I didn't even know. I wasn't sure I was even going to fall. I got mad respect for good two-handers.
Yeah.
Mad respect. Ooh, do we have a 2 count? Oh, wait a minute. That's got to be I'm going to say that just didn't drop the 4-pin. I did see Dylan Holford take back the 6-9 last night. He got it out to the gutter and it hooked back and just took the 6-9 out of the rack.
Nice.
That's hard to do. I tried to bet him like $100, if he could put it back through there. He didn't. I should have gave him some odds. Maybe he'd have taken me up on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
10-1. Do you think that could be done? That'd be pretty hard, wouldn't it?
On this, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to put it right back through the 6-9, it'd be tough. Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Breaking news here, huh? Tom Brady retiring. Not a surprise. What?
No.
I mean, he'd be 45 before the season would start. And at what point do you? What does he need to accomplish?
Nothing.
You're a hit or two away from. Maybe not.
I mean, what he
operating very well as an older person.
He has 7 Super Bowl wins?
Yeah, 7.
7? Yeah, he doesn't need to.
Somebody said here, Chris Nunn said Jimmy Cook picked the 6-9 the first game at 9:30. Jimmy shoots 650. He's guaranteed in the top 16. And people are asking, why is he bowling? Well, he probably bowling for brackets. But you've heard the thing where the PGA Tour player shoots 62, and then he comes back the next day and shoots a 1 under 71. It's hard to follow a good round with another good round, they always say. I would imagine it's kind of hard to follow a really good set with another one on this.
Yeah.
Because there's so many, you're getting a different draw. You're not playing the same holes because the hole would be the lane. You're not playing the same pairs. I would think that would be kind of tough, don't you?
Yep.
All right, let's see. Bill Story watch here on 15 and 16. See how the left-hander is doing.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his IU jersey on.
Yeah.
He's got the wrong colors.
Yeah, he had to let us know about IU beating Purdue finally for the first time in 10 games, or 10 meetings. Let's see what we got here. He's going to go at the 2-4-7.
Chopped it?
Yep. Took the 2-4 off the 7. I did that. Today. That was the only mismakeable I had. I mean, I bowled atrociously. The funny thing is, I had 8 opens. I think it was 8, which is bad for 3 games.
Yeah.
But only 1 mismakeable, and I only had 7 strikes. When you look, I don't know if you have the app where you can log all your stuff in, and then
Pen Pal app?
Yeah, I got that. And you can look back at your statistics, and anytime your first ball average is like 8 point something, not good.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't have a good set number right next to that.
No.
Let's see, our front 5 alert went 9 spare strike though. Looks like he's up here on the left lane.
On 9 and 10?
Yeah. Let's see what he does here. Chad, you want to flip over real quick? And through the face.
Oh, we black clouded him.
Yep. The old announcer jinx works every time. Of course, you can't see it. We're on 15 and 16 still. Is that right? Who do we have on this pair?
We're on 9 and 10.
All right, 9 and 10 now. That's right. I'm watching from my laptop. It's a few minutes back.
Don't watch the live stream.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Rookie. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah. I mean, even though he had the front 5-9 spare, it was basically still having the front 7.
Yeah, I mean, he's clean.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his right now. If I can shoot 230, strike, spare, or even spare, good count, and I'm shooting high 220s, low 230s, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah. I mean, if you can go double spare every game,
Oh, yeah.
what else would you want?
I'll take that. You could give me right now 603, and I would never put my bowling shoes on.
Yeah.
Now, for you, if you're in brackets, you'd love to have 201, 201, 201 triplicate. You're making money, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, with Matt shooting 193 his first game, he made it through 61 out of the 75.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That was like last night. I shot 207, 223, and then 160 something, and I thought, boy, that's a killer, which it was. But I way over doubled my money.
In brackets?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I was like bonus.
Because, well, last night I only put 200 in.
Mm-hmm.
I was, let's see, 50. I put maxed out in the $2, and then I got in $35. And I shot 188 my first game and made it through 28.
Wow. Okay.
And then I shot 265 the second game.
You're almost guaranteed to get through all of them at that point.
Yeah, I think I had the high game.
Yeah. Shake that off, right? And I got a message here from Cameron Burge, and he said that's James Buckner. So James Buckner here on lane 10. And he's in the 9th frame. He's got 196 in the 8th. You know what? Sadly enough, he could have bowled the 6th frame and stopped and beat me almost every game I had in the first squad. Oh, my goodness. Hey, spare. I'm telling you, you go. My greatest accomplishment ever is when the U.S. Open was in Indianapolis the last time, which was I think it was 2009 or 10, somewhere in that range. My last squad, I had 8 clean games.
Oh, okay.
That's my greatest accomplishment ever. I mean, I've won some tournaments in the past, won the Scratch Classic, but 8 clean games in the U.S. Open, I don't think I could ever do that again.
Yeah. So the one year at the Masters, my first 10 games, I didn't shoot a game under 200.
Wow. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That is hard to do. Whoa, we got strikes, open, and the next 6 on 3 and 4. Man, he has more strikes this game than I had in 3 the first set. There's a lot of funny things about my set this morning. Well, he's really soft at the bottom. Wow.
Well, he's just.
That's just really soft at the bottom. Not a lot of rotation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it every time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking at
260.
Well, he's already in the 250s.
Yeah.
I always felt like, too, if you could punch a 250 game and then just hold on, right? Now you're like, just give me two high 180 games, and I'm comfortably in.
Yep.
I mean, you're 20 over. That's a lock. My problem is I could never get to that 250 game.
Ugh.
Boy, it gets tiring hanging around, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
I don't get tired bowling. I get tired watching bowling.
So you're not one of our subscribers on Savage Bowling TV? We need to get you to subscribe.
I'm sorry, but no, I'm not.
Come on. Now you're going to want to subscribe because you're going to want to go back and watch this, right? Hey, put them on camera.
Put me on camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Look right there. Look
here.
right there. See straight ahead?
Yeah.
Straight on?
There's a camera right
See?
there.
Yeah. See? Don't look down at the screen. Look right at the camera.
Okay.
Wave hi to everybody. Hey,
Hi.
Zach Tackett. Zach Tackett. So is Natalie going to be upset that you're not coaching her? Do you help her out with those kind of things?
I helped her in the. I told her like how the left was before, and I told her like a couple balls that would probably work.
Yeah.
So, and I watched her in practice, and she had a decent look, and I think she shot 160. She could have punched out for 170.
Look at that. Not a single spare in that guy's game. He shoots 253.
Mystery score.
Well, obviously, that's technically a mark in the 10th, right? You strike.
Yeah.
But then, he missed the
I mean,
nine whiff.
Yeah, at Nationals, that's not an open.
I know. It shouldn't be. You marked in the 10th.
Yep.
Right? And then that's what I get upset about Pin Pal. If they'll count that as an open.
Yeah.
I don't like that. If I strike in the 10th, first ball in the 10th, there is no opens the rest of the way.
Yeah.
That's my complaint. Let's see here. What are we with? A little message here. With these lane conditions, I drill a plastic and play up and something. I don't know.
Up and in.
Up and in.
I mean.
Well, it better be dull as heck.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of oil in the fronts, right?
Yeah, there is.
When I couldn't get a dull purple hammer to face up,
yeah,
there's plenty of oil out there.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so hard.
Mm-hmm. Matt was having a hard time getting his purple hammer to pick up, and which was probably the first time I've never seen a purple hammer pick up.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of hand.
Yeah. Because purple hammers pick up in the same spot every single time. I swear. No matter what you're bowling on, they pick up in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, it took me a while to get comfortable throwing urethane because you're playing the first. I always felt like you're playing the first half of the lane.
Yeah.
You're playing the first 30 feet. Yep. What do we got here?
Scores.
We got scores. Anyway, but if you're looking for the ball to go down lane and make a turn, you're throwing the wrong ball.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do we got here? Now you're gonna have to eliminate those that So we had a couple of 250 games I see there.
Zach Newman, 256, Adam Butts, 255, Grant Banter, 247, John Neems, 243, Josh Vaughn, 236, Bo Shank, 235. There was a couple high scores that game.
Yeah, there's
that first game.
A lot of.
Yeah, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games over 200.
Yeah, Brent Boho, he shot 220 something. Right?
232.
232, yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't even bowl tomorrow. I mean, he's got to bowl the PTQ. Isn't that like an 11?
No, it starts at 8:30.
Yeah, he can't even bowl tomorrow.
Why is he bowling?
I don't know. The PTQ, yeah, and the second round doesn't start till 9:30.
Yeah.
So he cannot bowl at all tomorrow. I guess maybe he's bowling for brackets. Something to do. What else do you do when you bowl for? What do? You bowl for a living, do you not?
Yeah.
So when you're not bowling, what are you doing?
I wouldn't be bowling today if I had to bowl the PTQ.
You wouldn't?
No.
What would you be doing? What does Zach Tackett do when he's not bowling? Hey, everybody wants to know.
I'd probably be doing stuff in the pro shop.
Would you be drilling a ball?
Probably.
Changing surfaces?
No.
Are you a dabbler? And I mean dabbler, like you mess with pitches or mess with grips? Or are you no, not like that?
The last time I changed my pitches, I just put a little more reverse in, and I went to a quarter in both my fingers, and that was the last time. And that was probably a year ago, but I haven't changed my span in probably 3 years because it feels good.
Yeah.
And my thumb pitches, I haven't changed them because they feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, don't change it.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know what? I know you know guys that constantly are shortening their span, lengthening it, dropping some. I mean, I just I don't. I look at my hand, and I don't have a whole lot of outside of one. I don't have any calluses, so why mess with that, right? You see guys and look like they took a mallet to their hand, right? Thumbs all like messed up, and it's like that's from having the wrong span, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because,
or pitch.
Yeah.
Or you're squeezing.
Now, obviously, if your span's too long, it's gonna mess with your tendons.
Mm-hmm.
And if your pitches, if you have like forward when you're hooked, it's gonna mess with your tendons.
Yeah.
I mean, forward is okay, but if you have too much forward, then it can really mess with you.
Yeah.
Like how you just even get out of the ball.
Right.
Like
I tried forward and it was hard to get out of the ball clean.
Yeah.
Because you're already like in a squeezed position, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm. And I already squeeze it.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at Norm Duke's bowling balls? Like it's like put a hole, and
he uses grips now.
Does he?
Yeah.
In his old days, he would he would drill a ball and he'd put his finger holes in and his thumb hole in, and there was no bevel.
Yeah, one of my friends got a ball given to him in Indy one year, and I couldn't believe how sharp his fingers and the thumb was. I was like,
yeah,
that would just tear me.
AJ Chapman's the same way. He won't bevel his fingers.
You better not grab it.
Yeah.
Or squeeze it, right?
And he squeezes it.
Wow.
Oh.
How does that not just tear your hand to pieces?
Like, you've seen him throw the ball.
Oh, yeah. He throws it good.
Mm-hmm.
He just signed with Brunswick's brands. I think he's on Ebonite's staff now.
And so I think me and him were on the same pair somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I looked at his bowling balls, and I go, dude, you need to bevel that at least a little bit. And he goes, I do. I hit it with surface. And I go, what?
Could you imagine? That's sharp.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like you could cut something, like if you stuck something in there and just went back and forth on it. It's sharp enough to cut something. I mean, I don't know how it just doesn't cut his fingers all to pieces. But they say Norm Duke back in the day, he just never squeezed the ball at all.
Yep.
And you can if you if you don't bevel your finger holes or thumb hole.
Yeah.
You can't squeeze the ball.
Yeah.
You'll cut it.
That just shows how good his touch was.
Oh yeah, and it still is.
Yeah.
To this day.
That's why he's still relevant.
Right.
Because he's just that good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been great for the tour, that's for sure. And but anyway, we'll let you get out of here. I'm sure go check on Natalie, see how she's doing. Get ready for the next squad. That's only going to be an hour and a half away, so we'll let you get ready for that. But we thank you for spending some time in here with us.
Well, of course.
In this 1 o'clock squad. Do you have any social media platforms you want to share so we can follow your travels and your results?
Yeah, I mean, I guess AJ Chapman uses grips now.
Ah,
I just saw that. Well, hey, Zach.
A Zach to a Zach.
Yep.
Just spelled differently.
Yeah, I know Zach.
Yeah, right.
Well, when I crossed with him that one time, he wasn't using grips, and they were sharp.
Mm.
Yeah. They were probably sharper than what Norm used.
Oof.
because when Norm would like drill balls, he would take a sanding disc and round them out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sometimes they just take a strip of
Yeah.
sandpaper and just touch them, right?
yeah,
When I first started bowling, I had no grips, and and God, it took your fingers the first few times. I mean, it hurt.
yeah.
You know.
So I used to not use grips back when I was like in high school, and
Mm-hmm.
like I'd have those burn marks.
Yeah. And then you quickly realize, man, grips are a nice thing.
Yeah,
who invented these? They're
they really
genius. Genius. Well, anyway, we'll let you get going. Do you want to share any of your social media platforms before we take off?
My Instagram and Twitter is ztackett300.
All right.
No caps. I really don't post that much, but I'm trying to get better at it.
Well, hey, I'm just telling you, I'm going to tell everybody watching, be on the lookout for this kid. I mean, he's knocking on the door, and I always pull for you. You're a great young man, and
Thank you.
And I'd love to see you put a lot of time and work in your game, and it shows.
Yeah,
and
I've been practicing a lot. Just the thing that really helped me is we've been so Brett comes to our center and tests balls.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I help out with that, and just seeing which ones are good and bad. That's really like helped me
Mm-hmm.
like see shape
Right.
like so much better.
And Brett's a good guy.
Yeah,
It's hard not to like.
Yeah,
It's hard to dislike Brett Spangler.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And boy, and he's always has the great stash or beard or hair, always something, right?
Yeah.
He's left-handed too, so it's hard to dislike a left-hander.
Yeah.
But anyway,
All you lefties stick together.
I know. But hey, there's going to be a day, and I'm can't wait for it, that we're going to see you on television, and
Yeah.
hopefully sooner than later.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck at the U.S. Open, and good luck next squad.
Oh, thanks, Scott.
All right, Zach Tackett here, everyone. We're going to take a quick break, but we're not going to end the live stream. You'll be able to watch the finish of the 1 p.m. squad here, and we hope you enjoy here. Thanks for watching here on Savage Bowling TV. All right, Cameron, squad leader for first squad here at the Indiana State Masters, and the scores were low, but for you found something early, the first two games plus 80. What did you do that everybody else wasn't?
Well, I started in. We came in practice on our ball and sweeper yesterday, and it seemed like playing in more. There's still a lot of friction in the middle, so I started in with a doled up hustle camo. Tried to keep it around that 10 board down lane, just try to keep it tight the whole time, and it seemed to work.
You've had success in previous tournaments before. You made a deep run at the Indiana Scratch Classic. Now that you're comfortably in the top 32 match play, game plan for tomorrow, just spares are obviously important, but you want to strike too.
Right, yeah. And I mean, I'm going to go in with the same game plan. Obviously, I've got a couple different balls just in case something happens, but my spare game's been great. Last night, tonight, I haven't missed any makeables, knock on wood, so I'm just going to try to keep that up, try to stay clean as much as I can.
How important is it in this tournament to solidify yourself after one squad? Now you can take the rest of the day off.
I think it's just such a load off, I mean, if you struggle the first set, then you try to get into like the 4 or 8 o'clock squad, and there's just so much tension because you really want to get it in at the next day. But such a load off.
Talk to us a little bit about the importance of this event on a resume when you think of winning this tournament.
Yeah. Around here, there's just really nothing like this. This and the Scratch Classic. I mean, we love coming to this every year. The shot is just so challenging every year. So, I mean, to just place it all, just be top 16 in a year you come in here, I think is an honor.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, it looks like we have scores after game 2. In this squad leading the way at plus 49, Ben Caldwell. Right behind him, plus 43, is Brent Boho. Bo Shank is in third with plus 26. Let's see, looking through here, Zach Newman, plus 23. James Buckner, plus 22. Chris Nunn, plus 22. Bailey Maverick, plus 21. Grant Banter, plus 20. Dalton Pugh, plus 20 as well. Chris Safarth, plus 18. Jeff Harris and Mike Stone tied at plus 17. And John Neems, plus 15. Right behind him would be Aaron McCormick and Dylan Holford at plus 14. Craig Lamont, plus 12. Also in this squad, Jeremy Ambergy, and I'm sorry if I say that wrong, +4. Brian Taylor +3. Let's see, Joseph Litton +1. Nick Squires +1. And those are all the bowlers who are plus for this squad. $20 bowlers plus on this squad. So I'd say the scoring pace is a little bit higher than it was last squad. They are about on average, with the exception of 9 and 10, everybody's in their 8th and 9th frame of the third game. Once again, once the squad ends, we will go off the air, come back around 4:30. That's when this squad, the third squad is supposed to start. I would imagine it'll start a little bit later. This squad did start about 15 minutes later. So stay tuned. And thanks for watching the 2022 Indiana State Masters.